video, we will learn how to make histograms. So first off, a histogram is a way to display frequencies, and it allows us to see the distribution of the data. So here we are with a data set about height and shoe size. So the index is just the number of the patient. Gender, F is female. You could see M is male at the bottom. Then we have their shoe size and their height. So to create a histogram, what we're going to do is we're going to go into graph and we're going to go down to histogram. So we can see the different columns we can select are index, size, and height. We can't select gender because that's not numerical. So remember, our histograms only work with numerical data because we're counting the frequencies. So here we have index, size, height. We're going to choose size so we can line a histogram of the shoe size. And we're going to leave everything else at the default for now. So I'm going to go ahead and compute. And this is the distribution of our shoe size. So we can see about 48 people had a shoe size from 7 to 8. If we go up here, we can see that the highest, 80, had shoe size between 11 and 12. And you can see that for each of these bars here. So we had 2 of the people between 5 and 6 for our shoe size. And we can see this is pretty bell-shaped. It's pretty symmetrical. So we can say this is approximately normal. And we can say, that means we can say that shoe size is approximately normally distributed. So that's what histograms tell us. They tell us the distribution of our variable. So sometimes we want to split the data set into groups. So I'm going to go back into options and edit. And this time we want to group by gender. So this will let us see the distribution of males and the distribution of female shoe size. So we can split them into 2. And when we're doing this, it's good to change the rows to 2 so we can see them both at the same time. Otherwise, StatCrunch would give us 2 separate pages. And then we want to check use same x-axis and use same y-axis. This will allow us to compare them both on the same axis, so they're easier to tell the differences for. So once we have the group by gender in rows 2, x and y checked, we're going to hit compute. And now we can see the graph on the top is for the females and the graph on the bottom is for the males. So we can see most females are between about 6 and 10.5 for shoe size, and the most were between 8, 8.5. And we can see that the males, the most were between 11 and 12, and most people were between 9 and 14. So we can see this one is pretty bell-shaped and symmetrical for the males. The females is a little bit more messy, but we can still create somewhat of a bell shape there. So we can still say that's approximately normal. And we can see also from this that the men have higher shoe sizes than the females. So we can see the females are down 6 to 10 and the males are up 9 to 14. So as we know, men have bigger shoe size than females, so that makes sense. So when you're going through these, when you make your graphs, the data should make sense to what you already know. So that's a good way to check your answers. So this video we learned how to make histograms and we learned how to make side-by-side histograms when we want to split into 2 groups.